Hi guys, and welcome to part 2. I'm sure you guys have been like, I can't wait to see what she has to say about pretty girls and how they lose in love and what they can do about it. So if you're one of these stunning, beautiful women that constantly contacts me and you can't seem to secure love, and this video is totally and completely for you. And I have a few tips. If you haven't seen part 1, go ahead and watch part 1. And if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. If you like this video, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, and forgive this annoying cough that I've got going on here. So really, how do you overcome and deal with this manifestation of rejection, sometimes because you're that kind of pretty? Okay, so the first thing to do, I believe, is if you're one of these beautiful women that feel like you deserve to marry Prince Charles or a prince of Saudi or whatever, if you're so pretty and conceited and you feel like because of the way that you look you should just be with a certain kind of guy, then my advice to you is you need to sober up, girl. Like, you need to take a chill pill, get sober off that high, because I can tell you something, life don't work that way. You know, I hate to break it to you, but really you're cutting yourself off from a lot of happiness. Now, that's not to say that you've got to settle. If you have qualities that you need to have in a man, like a man has to possess certain kind of qualities to be your man, then that's completely and absolutely fine. That's something that, you know, there's no two ways about it. You know, you shouldn't have to compromise because you know you're beautiful and no one might want you. But I would say be more clear about the qualities that you want and stop being shallow about kind of, he's got to be rich, he's got to have a great car. Stop trying to fit and feel like he's got to be gorgeous. So when we walk into the room, we look like this amazing super couple. Like, be sober, like sober up, like calm this down, like calm down, you know. So the second thing is to present as a keeper. I've already done a video, how to present as a keeper. Go and watch that video. I think it is particularly important for a woman who is very beautiful to present more as a keeper and to have a very high sense of standards. One thing that I've seen and observed around beautiful women is that they're probably more insecure than the average girl. And I'm going to explain something. When a beautiful woman is being raised and she's growing up, she gets, oh, isn't she cute? Oh, you're so beautiful. You're going to be like a model. You're a princess. She is given a lot of affirmation. But like I said in my other video, she had nothing to do with the way she looks. She didn't order the eyes. She didn't run a million miles to qualify for those eyes or those lips. You know, she was born that way. And so what it does, it creates a deep sense of insecurity because she doesn't know how to produce it constantly. She doesn't know how to generate it constantly. So sometimes you find these really beautiful girls and they over makeup or they have something, but deep down inside, when we praise people for something that they had no part in, we create deep insecurities in them. That is not to say to somebody, you are beautiful. That's fine. Pay a woman a compliment by all means. Go paying as many women as you can a compliment. But the point is, they have been given way too much praise for something that they didn't have anything to do with. So they carry a lot of guilt. And so as they get older, and furthermore, because we're raised being the pretty one, no one really required them to be much more than pretty. So you'll be fine. You'll marry a rich guy and you'll be fine. You know, she doesn't have to worry because she's beautiful. You know, she doesn't have to, life will open doors for her because she's beautiful. So what happens is most women then begin to think, okay, that's my asset. I'm going to work it. So I'm pretty. I'm going to work my pretty. And what happens is when they face real life and meet a real man, they find they don't have any other characteristics. And because he's just trying to get laid, she becomes quite easy because she's afraid she doesn't sleep with him, and he gets bored, and the cycle continues. So one thing I found is, if you are particularly beautiful, or women that are particularly beautiful, always, I can't tell you, I've done so much makeup on so many stunning women, and I'm telling you, they will sit in my chair and I'll be like, oh my gosh, you got the most beautiful eyes, you're so pretty. And they're like, oh, no. And it's not modesty. This deep sense of, I'm just a girl. Somewhere deep inside, I'm just a girl. And so I think that beautiful women need to work even harder at building self-esteem. The girl who wasn't, Miss So Pretty, aren't you so pretty? The average looking girl, the girl that grew up just being normal. She was told to work hard and to be a good person and to excel in her academics. She was taught to be more rounded. So her confidence is based on something she can affect. So I find that the woman who is not so stunning tends to bring more confidence to the table, more swagger to the table. She carries herself with a bit more importance because what she has, she's worked for, she's developed, and so she feels entitled to have the attention and be seen and heard. And therefore I find that that's why relationships are so much better. She knows how to trigger attraction early in men, because triggering attraction has nothing to do. You can attract guys to you if you're gorgeous, but you can't trigger deep attraction in them unless you actually learn the skills. So the girl who wasn't pretty in school learned how to trigger a man's attraction through the things that she says, in a kind of way that she behaves. They managed to learn the psyche, and it happened for them very naturally. When the pretty girl just constantly had attention, but nothing ever truly stuck. So she just assumed she would be fine in the game of love as she gets older. And I find really beautiful women so really needy, insecure, needy. Did I say needy? Needy, insecure, unsure, all kind of crazy going on there. And therefore, or they go through a lot of, they're not as self-developing because they were told the lie. So go and watch the video, How to Present as a Keeper. And when a guy, the next point is when a guy buys you gifts, that you've gone out and he wants to take you to this elaborate holiday and whatever else, I think it's more incumbent on you to be, you know what, boo, I really appreciate that you want to do that for me, but you really don't have to do that to keep me happy or to keep me interested, because your company is enough. I really appreciate the gift, but please do not feel that you have to do that in order to keep me interested. I would rather have your time and your company. I think it's really important for a beautiful woman to verbalize that, to avoid the scenario that I told you about in the first video where a man will bankrupt himself. If you can, every time he tries to give you something or take you away, you might want to go away. But I think it's particularly important to ease him up on him trying to qualify for your heart because of what he has, and sort of pointing to the qualities that you truly do want him to have. So I would sort of verbalize and say, thank you so much, these are really beautiful earrings, but please don't feel that you have to buy me beautiful things, take me to beautiful places, expensive places, to get my attention. You don't have to be rich to be my guy. You just have to give me your attention, call me. That's more than I could ever ask for, but thank you so much for your gift. If every time he gives you gifts you're like, yes, thank you, oh my god, they're so pretty, look, oh my god, he's just gonna think that's what it takes to keep you happy. You might be happy, but it's that balance. Okay, I think you get it. Then the next one is really build on your virtue. Like I said in one of my videos, if you are beautiful, you become a high value woman more so when you are virtuous. When a guy feels like other guys had to climb mountains to have you, and this applies to whether you're beautiful or not beautiful, again, Whether you answer yes to I am beautiful or not is just what's going on inside of your ticker, your head. Because I would say 80% of beauty is mental. Okay, so if you don't think you're beautiful, then well, nobody else will. So it's that simple. So if you are kind of whatever you perceive yourself to be, if you build on your virtue, if you are the kind of girl who a guy can say, gosh, you know, this girl really has standards and she really has, you know, then he will feel like you are more than just I pay for big meals and presents and I get laid in return. Then it's like, okay, this girl is looking for something. And yes, a guy will run. He will run because the ones that run came for sex in the first place. When you show them virtue, they will leave. I had one of you guys contact me on Facebook, and again, you're stunning, and you were like, oh, I think he left me because I didn't sleep with him. I wish I had. I regret not doing it. And I thought, don't be stupid. The truth of the matter is, even if you had, he was going to leave you anyway. You were a notch in his belt. So if a guy sort of disappears because you're virtuous, he was going to leave you anyway. It was just going to be after sex, not before. You're better off a guy refusing to be with you because of your virtue than him leaving you after, because then you just feel like, hey, oh, I've been used again. Okay, so work on your virtue, and most importantly, build up your skill. So being on a channel like this and keeping up and watching videos when I post them of insights and ways to be is all building your skill, because life is a combination of art and skill. Success is a combination of art and skill. So that is what comes naturally can fall under the art, and what we have to learn comes under skill. So you won't succeed at anything, love, life, or business, unless you come to the table with a talent. You know, to be a great selling musician, you have to kind of be able to sing, but you don't have to have the greatest voice. What you have to have is the skill. You have to be able to work with the music. You don't have to be, you have to have a rhythm. You know, you have to have a little bit of something to be a dancer, but you also have to have the skill, the work ethic. So if you want to win in life and in love and in business, you have to understand that being beautiful, yes, gives you an edge. Yes, if you are gonna stand in a row of other women, chances of a guy wanting to be with you is gonna be higher. But in order to make anything come out of that, you're gonna have to add skill. You're gonna have to be willing to learn the skills. I think that a beautiful woman has to signal a man with greater intensity than an average looking woman, because a guy's gonna need a lot more encouragement, and to the point where I feel like she almost has to make the first move sometimes, because he's paralyzed in a spot and he might be responsive thereafter. But you know, I would say build on your personality, become an interesting person, be well read, be well informed. I'm not one of these women who know what's going on the news every single minute and every single day. I'm not abreast with current affairs, but what I am abreast with, what I do know, I know well. What I study well. So I'm an interesting person to be around, because I know what I know, and I know it well, and I invest in knowing that. So if you have a subject or something that you're passionate about, you're better off than somebody who's just got loads of facts that are uninteresting coming out of your mouth. So build on your personality, build on your confidence, build on your self-esteem, and that's 90% of the way there. And then just believe that there is some guy out there who is gonna look at you and think, yeah, that's my girl. I know she's fine, and I know that she's amazing looking, but I see her spirit, I see her heart, I see her content. And sometimes you just have to believe that there's somebody out there who will see you. Okay, so don't despair. But I just wanted to do this video because I think a lot of people think love is easy when a woman is beautiful. They think, oh, beautiful women just have it easy. And I'm not saying there's a woman out there who has it easy in the game of love, baby. But I wanted to just shed light on some of the challenges that that woman, that supermodel, that celebrity, that beautiful girl in class, or that beautiful girl on the street. And like with all of my videos, I am not telling you the profoundest truth. I am sharing my observations, my insights, and some of my experiences. So go ahead and share yours with me as well. And I hope that you guys have a fantastic day. Take care of yourself, and thank you for watching. Bye.